Slim, joined by Joe. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
And joined by Seth. Hello, Seth.
Hello.
Also joined by Zach. Hello, Zach.
Hello.
Alright, so let's just kick this shit straight off because there's a lot to get through. We'll start on night one, obviously. And we'll start with Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I'm going to go for Rollins.
Why's that?
Because it's Rollins. I don't know.
Alright.
No,
Seth?
Rollins.
Why?
I don't know.
Zach?
Rollins.
Why?
Because I just guess he's gonna win because I reckon he's better than Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Alright. Well, I've got Cesaro because it makes no sense for Seth Rollins to win this match. Cesaro should win, will win, and is going to be pushed after WrestleMania. We'll now move on to Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus The Miz and Morrison. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I have no idea. But I think I'll go with The Miz and John Morrison.
Yeah, do you know who Bad Bunny is?
Not really.
He's a singer, rapper, whatever.
He's
Is he a
shit.
good wrestler?
This is his first ever match.
Okay.
He-
I'm sticking with the guns.
Yeah, he has been training, but yeah. So you've got Miz and Morrison. Seth, who do you have?
I've got Priest and Bugs Bunny.
Why do you have them?
Because Damian Priest.
Alright. Zach, who do you have?
I have Damian Priest and Bad Bunny
Why do you have them?
because
Because you do?
Bad Bunny. No, not because of that. Because I reckon The Miz and John Morrison try to humiliate him, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll win somehow because they tried doing it.
Alright. I've got Bad Bunny and Damian Priest because, well, Bad Bunny's a celebrity. And, well, they tend to always win whenever they have matches, so, yeah, Bad Bunny to win. We will now move on to the steel cage match between Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
We have Strowman.
Why?
I have no idea. Just
Alright,
picking it.
alright. Seth?
Strowman.
Why?
Because they're locked in a steel cage.
Zach?
Braun Strowman because he's just gonna bring Shane McMahon into pieces.
Alright. Much like what everybody's saying, I'm going Braun Strowman here. Slightly different to your reason, Zach. I just think that Braun's going to eat Shane. Yeah, he's just going to eat him. This is the same reason why I picked Braun to win at Fastlane. But yeah, he's just going to eat Shane. We'll now move on to the tag team turmoil match to determine the number one contenders for the women's tag titles, who will face the champions on night 2. So we've got Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose versus Lana and Naomi versus Natalya and Tamina versus the Riot Squad. That's all that's actually been announced, but we've also got Carmella and Billie Kay, because apparently they've already been added, but just not confirmed by WWE, sort of. Like, they've confirmed it, but they haven't announced it, that's what I mean. Yeah, so who do you have, Joe, and why?
Not to choose from. I think I'll go with Natalya and Tamina.
Oh, good pick, actually. Why?
Just because Natalya. Really.
The whole reason why I would not pick that team.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, Tamina's there as well, and I wouldn't pick it because Tamina's there as well. But I really don't like Natalia. That's what I'm getting at. Seth, who do you have?
No one likes Natalia. Um, um, Mandy Lana,
What?
isn't it?
No. Dana and Mandy and
Oh, it's
Lana.
versus. I'm not reading it. I'm just trying to think.
You're a dumbass. Hurry up.
Got a dead air here.
Yeah. God's sake. You're going to take bloody 15 minutes to answer this.
Get Carl to answer.
Well, it's more of us who don't care.
Yeah.
It's a women's match and they're shit.
Yeah. Zach.
Moving on to Kyle.
Other than Naomi.
Kyle? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, why are you talking about Kyle?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So you said Lana and
I just
Naomi.
completely
Yeah.
brain fade.
Yeah. Alright. Zach, who do you have?
Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke.
Yeah. Why is that?
Yeah, because
You cut out there, Zach.
face them.
What did you say? You cut out.
Deserve a chance
Alright.
to win.
Yep. I'm going to go with Carmella and Billie Kay because, well, Carmella should probably win the women's tag belts because she's got nothing else to do at the moment, and she sort of, I don't know, she deserves it. And Billie Kay because she's funny, and I would have liked it to have been the Iconics, but no. Let's now move on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match between the New Day and AJ Styles and Omos. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I think I'll go with Styles and Omos.
Why?
I don't know.
Just because?
Just because I think I'm wrong, but
Wouldn't speak too soon. Seth, who do you have?
AJ Omos.
Because of Omos?
Yep.
Zach?
I'll go for Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods.
No, you got the New Day. Why you got the New Day?
Is it a disqualification match?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they'll get AJ Styles and Omos get themselves disqualified.
Alright. I've got Styles and Omos because, one, Styles needs the tag titles to become a Grand Slam champion. And two, it's Omos' debut, so he probably shouldn't lose. And three, I want to see Omos with a title. I want him to sort of try and put it around himself, and it just doesn't fit.
Right.
Yeah, all of that. That'd be funny. No, he's not. He's just tall, but still. Even if they had it over his shoulder, and it just looks like it's miniature. Like, even get him a miniature one to put over his shoulder. Right. We then move on to the SmackDown Women's Championship match between Sasha Banks and the Women's Rumble winner, Bianca Belair. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I think I go with Banks.
Why?
No idea. There's
There's a common theme to this lot of predictions with Joe. I have no idea. Normally you give us something good to go off of, but I mean, I guess
sometimes, but I just
I guess calling Zach Kyle a lot, that's pretty funny. Seth, who do you have?
LA.
Why?
Because that's the first name I read.
Okay. Zach, who do you have?
Who's facing again?
Sasha and Bianca Belair.
Sasha Banks.
Why?
Because I just reckon she will hold the title for a bit longer, and that will include a matchup in the next event.
Alright. I'm going with Bianca Belair because she won the Rumble, and it would make no sense for Sasha to keep the belt if they're pushing Belair the way they're pushing her, like she's the best. So yeah, we'll move on to now it's between that match and this next match as to what the main event is, but I reckon this one should probably be the main event because it's for the WWE Championship. It's Bobby Lashley versus not versus MVP, with MVP versus Drew McIntyre. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I think I'll go with Lashley.
Why?
Because he's champ. I don't know. Just trying to think of something.
I was about to say, please say, I have no idea. Seth, who do you have?
Normally I would pick Lashley. But because it's WrestleMania and they wanted Drew to stay the champ into WrestleMania, I think he might win it.
Okay. Zach, who do you have?
Drew
Drew McIntyre. Why?
because he's just on a. Because he's Drew McIntyre, he's very tough and he's going to kick out. So.
Alright. I have Drew McIntyre because, well, last year they wanted McIntyre to win in front of a crowd, but obviously they couldn't. So they're just going to give him the win here so that he gets his pop from last year. Even though that pop's not going to be as good as last year because he's been WWE Champion before. And it makes more sense to keep the belt on Bobby Lashley. But it's WWE, so they'll put it on Drew McIntyre. Alright, let's move on to night 2. And let's start with Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I'm just going to go against Logan Paul and go Kevin Owens.
Yeah? Is that because he films dead people?
Not only that, but he's just a...
He's an absolute tosser?
Yeah. They're not saying
Well,
they do
think
that.
about this. Think about this. After the Shane vs Braun match, he might be able to film another one.
Yeah. Although, it won't just be him filming it, it'll be WWE as well, so it doesn't really work, right? Yeah, Seth, who do you have?
I'm going the opposite of Joe. I'm picking Sammy because of Logan Paul, because I don't know what the hell's going to happen, but Logan Paul's going to do something.
Alright. Zach, who do you have?
Sami Zayn,
Why?
because Kevin Owens would be about to win, and then the same reason as Seth would happen.
Alright. Well, I'm going to stick with Joe on this one and go Kevin Owens, but not only because Logan Paul's on Sami Zayn's side, but because it makes more sense for Owens to win it. The whole documentary of Sami being conspired against, it works better if Sami's losing. So, yeah, Kevin Owens to win. And, yeah. We can now move on to The Fiend with Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
Oh, that much there. I want to say Randy Orton, because it's Randy Orton. And I'll stick with it, yeah.
You have chosen wrong.
that is one way to do it, though.
Seth, have you chosen right?
Well, the Fiend has newly returned, and he lost the last time they fought. I'm picking the Fiend.
You have chosen correct.
I should
Zach.
have picked Randy just to see what happened.
Fiend? You have chosen correct as well. I am choosing the Fiend
Stupid.
because that is the correct answer. Moving on. And we're going to move on to Riddle versus Sheamus with Riddle's United States Championship on the line. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I think I'll go for Riddle.
Why?
I don't know, just because he's champ.
Okay, Seth?
Riddle.
Why?
Because you're going to be too stoned to realise that he's been bro-kicked.
Okay. Zach?
I'm going for Riddle
Why?
because Riddle will defeat Sheamus because he's Riddle.
Alright. I'm going Riddle because, well, as much as I really don't want him to win, he's going to. And Sheamus doesn't need the US title, he needs the Intercontinental title. So I don't really care if Sheamus wins this or not. It'd be good if Sheamus won it, because then Riddle's not the champion, but he's not going to. And Riddle, you know, it's WrestleMania, he can have his first big win at WrestleMania, so yeah, whatever. And WWE really like Riddle, because, well, they can do this whole, we're being edgy because we're talking about him being high. But we're not saying that because we can't, so, yeah. People don't know this, but everyone knows it. Let's move on to the Women's Tag Team Championship match between Nia and Shayna, and the winners of the Tag Team Turmoil match. Same as when we did the NXT TakeOver ones. Whoever wins the Tag Team Turmoil is who you're picking if you're not choosing the champions. So, Joe, who do you have?
I think I'll stick with Nia Jackson, Shayna Blaze.
Baszler?
Well, yeah.
Yep. Seth?
I'm going to pick whomever wins the other match.
Right, so you've got new champions.
I'm going
Yep.
I'm going for Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler
Alright, why's that?
because on night one, right, all they will face.
Yep.
Yeah, and then whoever wins won't be 100% on the next night, I reckon.
You want to know something? That's exactly why I'm picking Nia and Shayna as well. As much as I said I would like Carmella and Billy to take the belts, they're not going to. They can get to this match, and then I think they'll lose. It also makes sense in storyline. So, yeah. And, also, Nia and Shayna have Reginald in their corner as well. I didn't think about that, but they've got Reginald, who was Carmella's sommelier. So, that adds a whole nother dynamic. We could possibly see Reginald costing Nia and Shayna, but I think that's going to come later on down the line. So, yeah. I don't know if that makes more sense now that I think about it. Right, we'll move on to the Nigerian drum fight for the Intercontinental Championship between Big E and Apollo. Who do you have, Joe, and why? Please do ask what the hell a Nigerian drum fight is as well.
Yeah, what is a Nigerian jump fight?
Yeah, no, I've got no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
What do you
Apollo sort of said, I want it to be a Nigerian drum fight, except in his accent, I couldn't understand him, and it wasn't until the graphic popped up that I realised what he said. So, yeah, I've got no idea. Who do you have?
I've got no idea who to choose, but I think I'll go with Apollo Crews.
Because it's his match?
Yeah.
Alright, Seth, who do you have?
Apollo.
Why?
Because
Okay, Zach.
I'm gonna go the difference from Seth and Joe. I'm just gonna go Big E.
Cool. I'm going Big E as well because Big E shouldn't lose the Intercontinental Championship to Apollo. I know it's a Nigerian drum fight, so he could win, but he's not going to, I don't think. So, yeah. Big E to retain. Also, another WrestleMania thing, so yeah, whatever. Let's move on to the Raw Women's Championship match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
I think I'll go with Asuka.
Why?
No idea. Got no idea.
Alright. Seth, who do you have?
Rhea.
Why?
Shane.
Okay. Zach,
Rhea.
why?
Because Rhea Ripley, she's new, right, to Raw.
Yep.
So she's gonna win her first thing on Raw matchup, title matchup on Raw.
Yeah, right. I've got Rhea because this all feeds into Charlotte getting the belt back. Or maybe not. Who knows? But Rhea is going to win the belt here. Her first challenger is going to be a returning Charlotte. And hopefully Rhea beats Charlotte, but who would know? Charlotte could just take the belt from her. And then go into a feud with Asuka, and then all three of these just keep swapping the belt around. Because why wouldn't they? There's nobody else on Raw. So yeah, let's now move on to what the main event of Night 2 will be. And it's for the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns defends against Edge, who was the Men's Royal Rumble winner, and Daniel Bryan. Who do you have, Joe, and why?
Actually, good selection, but I'm still not sure who to pick. Might go with Edge.
Going Edge. Alright. I'm not even going to ask why, because you've got no idea.
Yeah.
But, Buddy Fig, right? You don't watch wrestling, you don't know wrestling. You just look at these names and go, okay, whatever, they seem to be in the main event all the time or whatever. Right? You're having trouble picking this match because you know of all three of these guys. For me, I'm also having trouble picking this match because of all three of these guys.
Don't you have a signed photo of Edge like Tier, right?
I do. But Seth, who do you have?
Edge.
Why?
Cause I said so.
Because you said so. Okay. Zach, who do you have?
Daniel Bryan,
Oh, why do you have Daniel?
because he's had heaps of WrestleMania moments. I reckon he's done have another.
Alright. I've got the Raider the Superstar. Not for any normal reason like he won the Rumble, so maybe you should win this. Or he's returned after, whatever, 11 years or whatever it was, like, blah blah blah, all that sort of shit. Not because of that. Because I want Edge to win the belt and then turn around on the next SmackDown and say, I don't want this shitty belt. I want my belt, the big gold belt, the World Heavyweight Championship, and unretire the World Heavyweight Championship. And Edge was the last, well, he wasn't the last holder of the World Heavyweight Championship, but he had to relinquish the World Heavyweight Championship. So he should bring it back. So, yeah.
But he technically didn't lose it.
No, he relinquished it, and then Christian won it, and then I believe he lost it to Randy, and then he lost it to Mark Henry, who lost it to Daniel Bryan.
Then it somehow ended up on Alberto Del Rio, and
did it?
yeah,
Well,
he had it
then,
in like 2016.
no, he didn't. He couldn't have, given that the belt retired in 2013.
He had in 2016.
But yeah, I don't know. I got Edge. Doesn't matter. And those have been our WrestleMania 37 predictions. Yeah, I've been Slim, joined by Joe. Say goodbye, Joe.
Yeah.
Joined by Seth. Say goodbye, Seth.
So yeah.
Joined by Zach. Say goodbye, Zach.
Bye.
Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, follow the Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Links to those are in the description. Let us know what your predictions are for WrestleMania 37 in the comment section down below. And other than that, thanks for watching, goodbye and good night.